To close a memorable trip in Spain, we will show you one of our best finds today, in Portuguese lands. This impressive palace belonged to upper-class society. Extensive vineyards and livestock lands made up the production of life that previously existed in this generous building. The past family generations exported wine to the entire region and manufactured a lot of money at that time. In such old buildings, several generations have passed. Contrasting with various military uniforms in one of the rooms and various pictures of family portraits, we verify that the house lived with people related to the military nobility of the time, in addition to a famous doctor. Once a vivid place in the 18th and 19th century, is now left abandoned for 50 years and is in decline for even longer. As years have passed, its interior has still been stagnant in time, being able to appreciate all the elegance that is still perplexed in time. Today, we show you its delicate rooms with high ceilings, decorated moldings, incredibly carved wooden furniture, and even a private chapel. However, as soon as we want to go inside, we come to an unexpected discovery. The property is guarded. We get chased, not by people, but by a herd of wild boars.
No, they're trying to come inside with the food.
Esto es privado y no se puede estar aquí.
Can't get enough of our Spain series? Become a Patreon supporter today and get access to exclusive bonus explorations like this abandoned cow leather factory in Spain. Today a pig is doing the intro for us.
There he is. Small boy right over there. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think he can walk up here, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. No, he can't. Or he can. Well, actually, the location where we are right now, it's so beautiful. But yeah, the crazy thing is there are wild pigs in the garden.
They were guarding the place somehow. There was another one.
And I also saw a horse over here, sheep, so yeah, some wild animals.
And this location is actually gonna be the very last video of our epic Spain series. But this is a bonus video, because right now we are not in Spain, but no, I'm shocked. We are in Portugal. And we drove to this place for a little bonus video. Well, little. This is actually a very beautiful decadent palace from the 16th century.
Yeah, indeed.
Guarded by wild pigs. And this place is gonna be very unique. There has never been a video on this place. There is a huge garden, there are so many wild animals. And right now comes the struggle, because we have to find a way to the entrance, but the pigs are blocking our way.
Yeah, indeed. Alright, we know where the entrance actually is. Well, first, you saw where we are standing. We are standing right in front of the building. This is a beautiful staircase. Oh shoot! Ooh.
They're literally walking up the stairs. Oh fuck,
right,
we
move.
are screwed.
Damn,
We are
son.
screwed.
Yeah. Well, you know, we are not that afraid, but we heard that they can bite. And somebody has been bitten by one, so alright. Okay.
This is our moment, man.
Damn, bro. He's following us.
The Escape from the Pigs by Explomo.
Alright. Well, let's go in.
Man, I can't believe that we actually escaped from them. He was literally walking up the stairs.
Yeah, indeed.
I was not expecting that.
No. This is where we came in. Wow. We have a very beautiful kitchen.
I still hear them.
Yeah.
Probably we should close the door.
They are over there. Okay. Well, let's see. We made it safely inside, and I hope you enjoy this insanely interior.
We made it safely inside.
Alright. No, they're trying to come inside. What the fuck?
The pigs are trying to get inside. Huh? They are very strong. If I now put my foot away, they are inside for real, no joke.
It's the pig or it's a man?
I think it's the pig.
Yeah.
Of course.
Holy sh... Do you think it's a pig?
Yeah. For real. I think we have to be very quiet, because if they push one time to this door, they are inside of the palace.
Well, then, man. I wasn't expecting that.
Me neither. They are very aggressive, no joke. Okay. Alright, so far so good. We're just gonna start off, like Rainbow said, in the kitchen. Right over here. It was a very traditional stone sink.
Yeah, and you can tell it's just collapsed because of decay. And I guess over here. Oh, even still some plates left.
And then have a look at the beautiful old stone oven over here from 1877.
Damn. That is a long time ago.
Beautiful coal stove.
And then also the boiler over there.
The chimney.
And look at the chandelier. It's actually with all these hangers. It's from iron.
So right over here, yeah, the little toilet. Looks very, very decayed.
And
Look,
then,
this Asian.
yeah, what is it?
Asian
For coffee
jar?
beans?
Probably.
Oh yeah, it was. Coffee. And then, ooh. Look, there is just still some food left.
Oh
Raw
wow.
food.
Yeah, baking powder and actually also some alcohol from a pharmacy, some sugar pots.
And there's the coffee powder also. Well, and then I only want to have a look inside of these. But I don't think there is many left actually. Over here, wardrobes and also cabinets we will find. Oh, well,
Oh,
over here
still some
there's-
cooking equipment. Over there also a bottle opener.
What is this?
I think this was to stir something.
Yeah?
Like a mixer, yeah.
Okay. Very cool design.
I think this one's stuck. What was it used for?
For figurines. Like,
Okay.
to smash something in this figure. Damn, this is some proper old. The fork. Proper old cutlery. And this?
And this was like for a shot of coffee or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a little spoon.
I wasn't expecting that there was actually so many things left. Oh damn.
A lot of plates.
Yeah, and if you already look on the left, you can already see what is over there.
Okay, so we're going on the palace and have a look actually how high all these corridors are. This is such a grand place.
Yeah, it's a very big palace.
It was actually owned by a noble family, a noble Portuguese family. But why the property ended up in such a neglected state still remains a mystery for us.
Indeed.
But probably it's all about the costs of the upkeep of this very, very big property.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It's a huge property. And you can see making a way to the first part of the hallway. And we
There's
have
a very, very beautiful bench.
yeah. And
With a
that's
straw.
only in the hallway already. And actually on your right.
The people could hang up their clothes.
Indeed, indeed.
And that makes sense because right over here was actually one of the front doors to the palace.
Where we just shot the intro.
And then actually right over here waits a very, very beautiful room for us. I'm immediately gonna start with the ceiling. Have a look, isn't this magical?
The pink right ceiling.
Wow, what an ornate ceiling, unbelievable. And this was actually a bedroom. Have a look, there's two single person wooden beds with a beautiful carved design. A lot of grapes and flowers are actually implied. And it's a typical Portuguese bed. I've
Yeah.
seen almost completely the same one in another place.
It's very cool actually that we just drove from Spain to Portugal and the difference is again so big.
Yeah, it's very, very evident. And to be honest, I really, really loved Spain, but concerning the antique furniture, I think Portugal wins. No offense to the Spanish people or just Spain by itself, but antiques in Portugal, they are unbelievable.
Indeed, indeed. And then right over here we have a family picture, or at least it looked like it's a class picture from a school.
Yeah, I think it was a school picture.
A very big group. And then also, look,
That's actually a diploma.
and it's
School.
from 1931.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Wow. And it was actually also written by the professor to the student.
Indeed, indeed. We have, yeah, this, what is it?
It's like a vase with a flower and there's like a religious cross on it.
Yeah.
But I was also looking to this over here. There's like these medkit signs.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I think it was for salt. It looks like salt.
Yeah, I was really wondering what it was.
Well, I think it was definitely salt, and you know, they used to, when you have a wound, they used to put salt on it.
Oh,
way,
like
way
that.
before.
And over here, the lonely chair. Actually a very beautiful one, but I think you should definitely not go and sit on it, because I think it will just collapse by its own.
Indeed. And also this huge cabinet. Or cabinet wardrobe. What is it? Yeah, it was a wardrobe. And then with the typical hangers again.
It's so sad to see the ceiling just cracking on all sides, like it's just not being maintained, and in a few years probably more and more bricks will keep continuing falling down until there is one giant crack and the ceiling will collapse as a wall. And that's actually
very
big
sad.
shame.
Yeah. Well, over here we have another one, but I see he placed his chair right over there. Oh yeah. There is an old iron inside and some more hangers. But overall that's it. Some pillows. Alright, gonna place it nicely back. Perfect. And then this is really cool. It looks like citronello. I don't think it's wine.
You think it was like limoncello?
Oh yeah, limoncello indeed. Yeah. Let's see. Whoa. Was once for jewelry, I guess, but it's and then what is this?
Looks like a religious story for a child.
Indeed. All written in Portuguese.
Very difficult to understand, by the way. Portuguese is even harder than Spanish.
Yeah. It looks like Brazil, but it's very hard.
In Brazil they talk Portuguese.
And we have this very tiny. Oh, what was it? To place like that?
Yeah, I think so. To put a plate on or a pan.
Indeed. Alright. Trying to close it up again. Yes. Alright. And then down here.
I think they are locked.
Yeah, they are locked.
Alright, so we are continuing in the big palace. Many different ways to go, but let's go inside this room and have a look. Not only at the curtains, but
Also this magnificent ceiling again.
so unique. Everything is made out of wood here, and very wonderful carvings. Actually so marvelous.
And then look, right over here we have these wooden chairs, also from straw again. And then on top, a very beautiful painting.
Actually from Paris. And these people, they had their own private chapel in this palace.
Yeah.
And the clothes for the priest were actually stored inside of this drawer over here. Have a look. That was the scarf, I guess, right? For the priest. His head.
Another one. No, this was also a scarf.
Oh yeah, it was also a scarf.
Damn, this looks like, well, we call him Santa Claus. Santa Claus in Dutch. Also scarves. I don't know if we will find a hat actually.
Wow, look at this one.
Very detailed. Now only scars are left now. But there are so many. Pooh. just the imagination that someone had a very hard work on this back then.
Yeah, and it's actually very beautiful how they made them.
True, true.
Well, and then, of course, the curtains again, but have a look at this mirror. That's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
The details in this one, wow.
It's unbelievable. The details and the size. All the leaves on the sides. And then there is like a head carved out at the top. Oh my gosh. And actually right next to it, there's a crucifix. Very realistic.
Again, very realistic. And then look.
Secretary desk.
Yes.
A lot of different compartments.
But overall, all empty.
Yeah, they were all emptied out.
Still very beautiful to find.
Yeah, and it was actually also so handy and useful. A desk like that. You would have everything nice organized in these different compartments. And then, besides that, you would have a lot of drawers over here, where you could also put some stuff.
Ooh, cool. It's
A wooden part.
well, it looks like a shark teeth, but I guess it's just a wooden part.
It's just, yeah, a wooden part of something.
And the shape of it. You can tell that these haven't been open for a very long time.
Oh, there was a painting with flowers. And where is that?
Batalha.
Batalla.
Alright. Well, very detailed. Yep. Just some blankets.
And some paper. Well, and then have a closer look over here. I won't say typical Portuguese, because in Spain we also found them, but definitely from countries like Spain and Portugal, you will find curtains like this. And then, of course, a wonderful ceiling like this needs also a wonderful lamp. And have a look, this is actually a lamp with 3 angels flying around. It's oh so unique how they actually made it and designed it. And I've never seen a lamp like that. So we are continuing our way to the magical corridors of this Portuguese palace. And right now, before we're going on with all the next rooms, we're gonna show you the main room. And this room is absolutely gorgeous. Have a look at this. Wow.
This probably was like a dining room.
Yeah, and also a room where they would invite their guests when they were coming over to have dinner indeed.
Again, another painting of woman.
Beautiful cupboard over here with the mirror. And then also notice the lion over here, which is made in the carved design.
So detailed.
There is actually a similar cabinet on the other side. And this lion has been made in all the upholstery chairs there in the middle. And these chairs, they are so beautiful. Wow.
I mean, just also have a look. A complete one.
Very, very beautiful upholstery chairs. Portuguese chairs, in my opinion, are the best antique chairs you can find in all the countries we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Let's put it back.
Alright.
And right now it's like perfectly arranged, like the people left yesterday.
Still standing there, yeah. And then you actually can also tell that parts of the ceiling are just literally falling down over here.
Yeah, you can tell where the white part is, where all the parts are actually coming from. And look at the massive wooden ceiling with all the different squares. There's also a beautiful lamp over here, typical Portuguese.
And actually, want to find out if here there's also something left. I can't open up that one. This one is empty.
I'm expecting this one's to be completely empty.
I can't open it. Yeah, and these are locked. Well, unfortunately.
I think this was like a little card to serve out liquor to the past owners and also to the guests. And I think these people had servants for sure, especially a few centuries ago.
It was such a big place. Definitely.
This side is looking very, very bad. I think there's been a lot of water damage.
Black mold.
Yeah, mold is starting to grow over here.
And look. That's actually a very rare painting to find. Normally we find fruits.
And this is
dead
actually
animals.
also so simple and so small for such a big room, only this one lonely painting.
Yeah, but what is on it also? Like big bakeries, sweets. Is this one still filled? Damn. They're all closed, man.
Yeah.
Well, there is a key over here. Never know. Nah, unfortunately.
Well, without having the possibility to open all these different shelves, actually have a look at the height of this cabinet as a whole.
And then again, the lion.
Wow, even the teeth have been carved out of the lion. And again, another one of these very, very unique chairs. I think this is even the family coat of arms. There is a knight's head. Wow. So right next door, there's actually another room, and this was a bedroom. Only for one person, and then so much space. I think that says enough. There's also this very tiny chair over here.
Yeah, very tiny, yeah. And then the marble vanity. Well, also washing table.
Yeah, it's not a vanity, but it's more indeed like a washing table. If there was like a mirror over here, it would have actually been a vanity.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
It's like oxygenated water.
You can definitely tell that. Well, what would they use over here? Cleaning?
Yeah, cleaning, I think.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Also looks, it smells very chemical.
Oh yeah. And it's very old, I guess.
Yeah, you can tell by the labels. Actually, still perfume inside.
Yeah, indeed. And the label is just completely vanished. Huh, I want to see a date from when this was. $40? Reading that right?
I think this is the old currency of Portugal, and it was the 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝘆𝗹𝗶.
Okay, okay. Shampoo from L'Oreal. For real. Wow.
And actually, if the people wash their hands over here, or maybe their hair, they had their towels actually hanging up here. And then just actually a very, very plain bed
Yeah.
for such a big room. And again, a crucifix. And look over here, it's saying GNBG.
What does it
what that
mean?
was. Maybe something with Jesus, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe something from the family.
Could have been. Actually, these are all. Yeah. Sadly enough, they are all closed, man. I can't open it up.
Actually, have a look at the state of disrepair here of the ceiling. It's very, very terrible for the property. Those are some big holes, man.
Yeah.
Very big holes. And right above it is actually already the roof. So if it's raining, probably the property will just wet out of rain.
Indeed, indeed. It's so, so sad. And also, have a look over here. Just some paperwork. I think that's it.
So right over here was actually a pillar. I think definitely back in the days there used to stand a vase on top of it, or maybe a bust head.
Yeah.
Also have a look at the walls, by the way.
It is a pattern in it, but yeah, it's very, yeah, what you say, detailed.
Just very abstract.
Yes, exactly. And look, small glass over here on the chest, and blankets, sheets and blankets.
It's actually crazy how that has just broken. You can tell it happened a long time ago, and this wasn't thick wood.
Indeed. Oh, what is this? Yeah, it's from the curtains, I guess.
Oh yeah.
See the rings?
Yeah, was indeed a curtain to hang it up. So actually over here, yet another bedroom. And these noble families, noble class families back in the days, they had a lot of family members. Those were big families which had a lot of wealth.
This was definitely a big family, but this is also, well, small details on the bed. What is this? 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆𝗶𝗆. Okay.
It's Roman Catholic, the evangelists.
1939.
And those are all, I think, like religious people living close, because you can see different multiple towns and cities.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. All right.
Then over here is also another religious book. And then there is again a wooden vanity. Some candles over here, and that all right in front of the Maria statue.
And then also, I don't know if you can hear it in the background.
The church.
Yes, indeed.
At the time we're talking about Maria, the church bells start.
Well, ringing. It's very cool. Alright, and let's have a look in here. What is this? I don't know why this was made.
Was to hold a picture.
Oh yeah, indeed. Oh, squash. Well, not so many things left. Only this one. Oh, it's handwritten. 1951. Fatiu. Okay. Oh, you can tell these are empty. And this one also.
Oh, and there was again another bedroom, man.
Yeah, so many bedrooms.
Unbelievable. And that's actually a very old sewing machine.
And also the original table.
Imagine how popular it was back in the days. All these Singer sewing machines. People used to do a lot of sewings. Just sew their own clothes, scarves, gloves for in the winter maybe.
You know what we really need to find? An abandoned Singer sewing machine factory.
Yeah.
I think this man was very wealthy because we find them almost every time. Oh, look.
Those are actually like etiquettes for their own wine, I think. So maybe these people also had their own wine farm, and those were actually the labels for their bottles of wine.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. What else is in here? You know, it's just so interesting because these are all just proper old things. It's like a meter?
Yeah,
Centimeters?
exactly. It's indeed like a meter.
Alright, alright.
Over here in inches, and then over here on the other side in centimeters.
Yes. But this one I was curious about. Oh, it's empty, unfortunately. But what? Oh yeah, it was an identification. Identitare.
Oh wow. So this was how the passports look like.
All the dust coming off it. Look at my hands.
Again, there is an angel lamp over here.
And actually look inside of this vanity. There's many things left. All just, you know, to wash yourself, clean yourself. What's this? To open, push. Oh, plaster. Alright.
Adhesive plaster, yeah.
Alright, alright. Damn. Yeah, there are so many cool things even a shell. Look.
Bullet.
Yep, a bullet. Toothpaste?
I don't think so, but never know how these tubes look like back in the days.
Indeed, indeed. Alright, let's see if there is something else left. They're hard to open. This one is stuck right now. Oh, it isn't. But it's empty, yeah. Only the top ones are float.
Oh wow. It's actually an old print of Jesus Christ.
It is.
There is another one right over there.
Exactly the same one.
And then we are going on. Have a look again, so sad to see the ceiling just degrading and degrading.
And then look.
Wow. Oh my gosh, there is actually the chapel right behind it. And then on the sides, the two old pictures. Probably family ancestors. A woman. And look at the beautiful glass of the door leading to the chapel.
And then also on the left, this man.
Portuguese man from Lisbon with a moustache. And then it's time to go through these doors and show you a very, very beautiful private chapel that not many people have been able to see. Because this was not open for public, we can guarantee you. This was their own private chapel to pray.
And it's so extremely detailed.
Following the red carpet and then going to the altar. Wow. Oh my gosh. You know, if I start zooming in, you will probably see how detailed it is. But this is literally all just carved out. Look, angels are inside of it. This is unbelievable. Definitely looks like a Baroque style. And also the ceiling on the top. Some angels again. This is artwork.
Yeah,
This is
some
just
real art.
priceless and splendid artwork. Oh my gosh. Can't stop looking at it, man. So, so beautiful. And right over here.
What is this? Small table, and what is on it?
Maybe like also some rules. Yeah, those are definitely some rules about religion.
Oh. Oh, the floor over here.
Yeah, very, very dodgy. Also look at the marble here. The marble has a big, big crack over there.
It's literally just collapsing.
Yeah. That's always so unique to find like a private chapel in a palace like this.
True, true. And
Well,
then this room.
it's unbelievable. I'm first gonna start off with the ceiling. Have a look at this ornate ceiling. Wow. And then this room is full of antiques and actually 3 pianos in total. Imagine that, 3 pianos. And there is even something which is more special. But we're gonna show that to you in more detail later on.
First, have a look over here.
And what was this? Like a bag to hold some drinks? Oh no, that was for a hat, I think.
Yeah, yeah, indeed.
Well, the hat is not inside anymore.
Only some big traces of mold. And actually look, right over there.
Wow. Yeah, that was definitely a noble person from the family who owned this property and passed it on from generation to generation.
And then we have the first piano over here. And I can tell you that this is a proper one. Look, it's from Paris and it's made in 1855.
You can tell it's French because of the candle holders. It's typical French. They would just place candles inside of here, so they had enough light to play, even if it was in the evening.
Indeed, indeed. Well, then comes the test. After 175 years, do you
Let's
think
see.
this one still works? Oh, that's very fast.
Almost sounds like a bass guitar.
Indeed, indeed. Well, it needs some work, but it seems logic for 175 years.
Yeah, that's a very, very long time. Well, then over here, another piano. This is not a French one, but this is a German one. It's from 𝗦𝘁cie. It's actually in the southeast of Germany. And this one looks like it's in a better state and also not that old as the other one.
Yep, that's in a better state for sure.
Wow. Yeah, you can still play on that one. Unbelievable. Well, there is actually a very, very dusty clock over here. But then have a look at this. This is unbelievable. And we are not yet completely sure what it is. It looks like a captain's costume.
Yeah, it is like a captain's costume, but who would wear this back then?
Was this for the noble family members? Was this for somebody in the army? This is so properly old. And this should not be left to decay here. This should be saved and just placed in the museum for people to wonder about it.
And then also on the ground, all the music pieces. And actually have a look over here. We can get a closer look to one. Picking it up very carefully, because I can tell that a very noble person, a royal person was wearing this. Ooh. It's also very heavy.
Yeah, and you know, over there was even the hat which belonged to it.
It's from this side.
Wow. There is so much dust coming outside of it, and it's probably from really centuries ago.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and then again, talking about music instruments.
Guitar over here, the strings are completely broken.
And it's from Madrid, actually.
Okay, it's from Madrid, the capital of Spain. Then there is another piano. I'm gonna have a look around it to see if this is a French or a German one, or hopefully maybe even a Spanish one.
Oh wait, this is actually very cool. This is the case of the
Guitar. Okay.
Well, actually, by looking at this, what do you think this was?
French. Wow.
Start. Let's say. I can't lift it up anymore? No, I don't think so. This has been stored, man. Damn. Yeah, it's pretty false.
A lot of keys are broken as well.
Yes, indeed.
But it was actually very beautiful. This mat which they placed on top of it.
Of this children, huh?
Yeah.
And then actually right over here we have this very, well, it's a captain, an admiral. It was definitely a very royal person.
And also very important for the family tree.
It says Mayor Imperial.
Okay, so that was definitely a very important person. And this person here too.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I love these old portraits. They always really make you think of how life was back in those centuries. Also here the woman. Maybe it was the granny of the family.
And actually over here we have a picture of a very small child.
Oh yeah. Probably was one of the last families who lived there.
Indeed, indeed. And I'm asking myself how long ago this could have been. I think almost 50 or 60 years, man, to be honest.
We actually found a mysterious box there on the ground.
What could this have been?
There is even a star over there. Maybe to put all the cutlery in?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was thinking about knives.
I've never seen this.
Well, if you know it, leave it down in the comments section, indeed.
Yeah, we really want to know it now. We've never seen this. Well, let's just close it up again. So we covered the complete ground floor, and now it's time for us to walk upstairs and see what this historic palace has to offer us on the other floor. Well, let's immediately start over here. The first room. This was actually built right under the roof and mainly served for storage.
Yeah. You can tell this was a big storage.
Also a drying line, very often for the clothes, because it's always very, very hot on these floors.
Yeah.
A lot of chests, old paperwork.
What is in that box?
Oh, a lot of pumps
Oh yeah,
and clothes.
a lot of them indeed. And they definitely look very old, man.
Wow, that's so, so beautiful. The bathtub over there. That is so old. Wow. Crazy. Those are all some old compositions of music.
Oh yeah. And no date on them actually. Sadly.
They're actually from Brazil.
Yeah. Let's have a look. It's beautiful, beautiful hallway also. And what is this? I have to open it like this. Nothing inside?
No. I think it used to be maybe a little medicine box or something.
Yeah, or maybe for locks or keys, I don't know.
Oh, look over here. Some different chairs as the other ones.
Oh yeah.
Actually also pretty unique again how they were stuffed.
Oh, on your left, no? Oh, Bat party, Batman party.
Damn, there were like 4,
Yeah.
maybe even 5 beds which are sleeping there.
Well, what was in the left?
Damn,
Still
they're
inside?
wild.
Yeah?
We woke them up, man.
Right, I'm just gonna have a quick glimpse. Hello there, but I don't want to hurt you. Ah yeah, it's just a desk with some books.
Yeah, and we don't want to disturb the beds.
No. Actually, I wanted to take the books, but I'm sorry, people.
Well, there is a very old portrait over here which has been very, very faded out. Probably by the sunlight. And actually, right over here again, another room. Oh wow, there's a beautiful portrait there.
Yeah. And what's right next to it, actually?
It was a very, very large sword.
Yeah, that's very large.
Damn.
I think it was like, you know, you run this, and then special sound effects.
Yeah, this was definitely for in the battlefields. Trying to focus on it was very, very difficult. But yeah, that was the outer part, and look, it's all the way going to here. And on that side you could actually attach it and also hold it. And then over here you could actually change your clothes
For the woman.
behind the shutters.
Come have a look. Also some perfumes.
They were very stuck, but indeed some very, very old potions and perfumes.
Wow. Need some medicine potions also. Huh?
Oh, that was definitely for cutlery.
Oh yeah. And it's all gone, unfortunately.
Well aware desk. Only one lamp still standing there.
And, well, yeah, this is quite empty.
It's all empty.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
Most of the things, yeah.
So this room is also full of beds. Just quickly gonna give you an overview without disturbing them all. There are some chests.
I'm sorry, friend. We don't want to harm you. Because actually, over here, this floor, there's a lot of stuff left. But well, you can tell that the upper part is also always filled with beds.
It seems that after this place was not inhabited anymore by the original family, that they started to store a lot of things on this floor.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
Because I do think that one of those bedrooms definitely used to be servant bedrooms, especially this one. Oh, again a bed. That one came out of nowhere.
Is it out of the room?
Yeah, but it's now flying around in the corridor. Okay, well, hopefully that was the only one, but you can tell that this was definitely a servant's bed. These people surely used to have servants.
Oh yeah. And indeed, what you're telling, like, you were trying to store a lot of over here on this part. Damn, I'm getting shocked all the way.
Well, look over here. Again, a cabinet.
And this was a holder for something.
Used to hang on the wall indeed. I think there was like a religious statue on top.
Yeah. Don't know what it actually was. Well, what is in here? Oh, damn. Oh. What is this?
1139, 1640. It's something about culture. Looks like one of the very first newspapers.
Yeah, indeed. Damn.
Look over here, it's actually an old picture of a girl in the chapel. And then talking about the chapel, actually, look over here. These two doors are giving a very, very unique perspective and look to the chapel from above. Oh, and again a bat! Ah, they are so annoying.
Where are they? Oh, there. Yeah, if he flies up in air, then we are screwed. Stupid things.
Well,
It's because of the bright light.
probably. But you get the idea. Very, very unique look here.
You literally only see the bat flying through it.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Anyways, there is one of those very sneaky and secret doors, like in a Harry Potter movie, which are going to the next area. But that was only some storage under the roof.
Actually, have a look on your right. This is the part where the bedroom is collapsing.
Okay, damn. Well, we're going to the last two rooms of this floor. This was a very, very tiny one, and again a lot of wooden chests.
Christmas decoration.
Oh yeah. Maybe for the chapel.
Yeah.
And then again another room. Hopefully no bed this time. Seems safe. It's actually full of chairs and a lot of old magazines over here.
Oh yeah, some proper old ones. Illustration. Magazine. 1931.
Wow.
Oh. Is that? No, it's not Hitler. It looks like Hitler.
That is Hindenburg. Damn. Look how the people were actually loaded with the heads.
Yeah, back then. It's very strange, huh? And also, what is this?
Wasn't this for the hot wax of these stamps? To
Oh,
heat
yeah,
it
yeah,
up?
yeah, exactly. Yep, you're right. Oh, a lot of storage again. Chairs.
Yeah, mostly chairs. Okay, so we're back down, and the last part which is left for us is actually to explore the basement.
Indeed. And I'm really curious what we'll find over here. I already feel a refreshment. Oh. Damn, this is cool. Look.
Wow, it looks very cool, man. We have a lot of different ways to go.
Exactly. And then over here is another room actually. Wow. This looks actually way more modern, to be honest. Very colorful also.
It looks to me that this was maybe a room for the servants.
Yeah.
There's again a beautiful secretary desk with some oxygenated water again. Oh, and this is very, very special. Look at the desk and then the clock over there. Actually on top of the desk there is a lot of stuff.
Also these family pictures. Wait, exactly the same pictures. Two different contrasts. 1929.
Those are some other certificates.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like actually. But we haven't found actually a name yet. Yeah, well, yeah, we can, but Olivia. Alright.
Olivia.
Okay, okay. What's this?
It was for injections. I think it was a medicine.
Oh, still inside.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Damn. Yeah, it's a cool desk.
Maybe there is something in those large cabinets there, if they are not locked at least.
Oh, look how it's standing, by the way. Yeah, it's empty, but look how the thing is standing. It's like...
Yeah, it's dug in the floor. It's crazy. Well, let's go on. I really want to see the rest. Actually so curious for the basement. I noticed there was another sewing machine there in the corner. Also one from Singer.
Yeah, and the original Singer table. I think it's still transmitting. Ah, of course not. And actually, look. A lot of chests, actually.
So many.
Yeah.
I think almost 100 chests in total in this palace.
We haven't checked all of them. Maybe we miss out on some gold, bro. Well, this one. It's actually filled with, look, pots and pans.
Yeah, very rusty pots and pans indeed. Another secretary desk.
And also the food storage right over here.
Damn. You know, I'm still really wondering what made these people have so much wealth. Was it literally about just living in the right family?
I don't know, I really don't know. We can definitely tell it was a wealthy family, but I don't know what made them, well, into it, you know?
Alright. Then we're even going another level down.
This is a very huge basement.
Wow. This is so massive. And also over here is actually so high. The ceilings are so tall. You literally feel small over here.
Yeah, indeed.
Like, wow.
It's extremely high. Well, I already see some bottles of liquor, perfume over here.
Some oil.
Yeah.
And what's this over here?
Oh, this looks like a very huge wine storage.
Oh yeah. Oh, and there is some bottles there.
Damn. Hello, TK.
Damn. Look at all these bottles over here.
What's this? Mostly chemicals, huh?
Yeah, it looks like chemicals. This room looks like there is a lot of space. Oh, over here a wine barrel. Actually, those look like reservoirs.
Yeah. For what? Animals?
I do think these people had their own wine business.
Oh damn, yeah. Of course, man, because look, this is also for water.
And to tap the wine off. And then?
They definitely had a wine business.
No way. Wow. Well, a bonus episode in Portugal, and it cannot get any more Portuguese than all the Douro wine over here from the north. Damn. Wow. Look at the size of all these barrels.
They're so huge.
That's definitely a basement secret we discovered. Wow.
And it's just all the way through.
Damn. They definitely had a big wine business, and that finally answers the question of how did these people also become so wealthy?
Yeah. Look at that one. That one is so huge.
Damn. Over here, actually to grind some grapes.
And then these were the bottles.
Wow. Over here, all the boxes, product of Portugal. Probably the wine was sold like a few years ago still in some supermarkets, because wine is better the older it is.
And then actually very funny. Do you know what is right in front of you? Do you know what this is?
No.
No? I worked in a beer brewery, and look, you have to stand over here, and I don't think it's still transmitting. Oh well, yeah, it is. Look, the bottle is standing right over here, and then you put the cork,
The cork?
yeah, the cork right over here, and then you would pop it right in. So that's how they put these things in.
Okay.
So you can see that it makes it very small, and then pop right in.
Okay, very interesting. I didn't know that. That's so great that we discovered this. A secret underground wine basement. Wow, and what a palace this was.
Yeah.
I think we definitely treated the Explomo fam well with this bonus video.
I need to say this was a very beautiful palace, and especially just the clothing pieces that we found. They indeed belong in a museum. And after all, I really love such a huge place. And I hope you did as well. And you know the drill by then. Like, subscribe, comment down below, ring the bell notification button up here, and then we will see you on our next adventure. Peace out.
Next week you can see the first episode of our new Abandoned Italy series, in which we highlight an abandoned ghost town in the mountains that looks straight out of a movie.